Hey, math explorers, welcome. Today, we're diving into one of the coolest concepts in middle school math, ratios. And we have a fun story to go along with it. Meet Maya. She's a sixth grader who just signed up to help plan her school's game night. She needs to figure out how many pizza slices to order compared to juice boxes. And that's exactly where ratios come in. Stick with us, and by the end of this video, you'll be a ratio rock star, just like Maya. So here's Maya's situation. She's ordered 8 pizza slices and 12 juice boxes for game night. Her teacher asks, Maya, what is the ratio of pizza slices to juice boxes? Maya stares blankly. Sound familiar? Don't worry, that's exactly what we're about to fix. A ratio is simply a way to compare two quantities. It tells us how much of one thing there is compared to another. In Maya's case, we're comparing pizza slices to juice boxes. Simple as that. A ratio is a comparison of two quantities. Think of it like this. A ratio answers the question, for every this many of one thing, how many of another thing are there? Here's the cool part. You can write a ratio 3 different ways. You can write it with the word to, using a colon, or as a fraction. All 3 mean the exact same thing. And here's a super important rule. Order matters. The ratio of pizza to juice boxes is not the same as juice boxes to pizza. Always match your ratio to the question being asked. Let's lock in those 3 ways to write a ratio. Say we're comparing 3 red marbles to 5 blue marbles. Way number 1, word form, 3 to 5. Nice and simple. Way number 2, colon form, 3, 5. That little colon is like a math shortcut for the word to. Way number 3, fraction form, 3/5. Now, important note here, when we write a ratio as a fraction, it doesn't mean 3/5 of something. It's just another way to show the comparison. All 3 are totally correct. Use whichever your teacher prefers. Here's something that trips a lot of students up. There are actually 2 types of ratios. A part-to-part ratio compares one group to another group, like comparing the number of boys to the number of girls in a class. A part-to-whole ratio compares one group to the entire total, like comparing boys to all students in the class. Both are ratios. Back to Maya, she could say 8 pizza slices to 12 juice boxes. That's part-to-part. Or she could say 8 pizza slices out of 20 total items. That's part-to-whole. Pretty cool, right? All right, let's help Maya write her very first ratio. She has 8 pizza slices and 12 juice boxes. We want the ratio of pizza slices to juice boxes. Step 1, identify the first quantity, pizza slices. That's 8. Step 2, identify the second quantity, juice boxes. That's 12. So our ratio in colon form is 8:12. In word form, that's 8:12. And as a fraction, it's 8/12. Maya nailed it. See, that wasn't scary at all. The key is just to read the question carefully and put the numbers in the right order. Now let's try a sports example, because Maya loves basketball. Her school team has 7 wins and 3 losses this season. Let's write the ratio of wins to losses. The first quantity, wins, is 7. The second quantity, losses, is 3. So the ratio of wins to losses is 7:3. Now here's the twist. What if someone asks for the ratio of losses to wins? Flip it. That becomes 3:7. See how order matters? 7:3 and 3:7 are completely different ratios. Always read the question carefully to know which order to use. Great news. Maya is catching on fast. Now, let's level up. Maya notices that 8 to 12 can actually be simplified, just like fractions. Both 8 and 12 are divisible by 4, so let's divide both numbers by 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So the simplified ratio is 2:3. This means for every 2 pizza slices, there are 3 juice boxes. Same ratio, just smaller numbers. Much easier to understand. Always check if you can simplify a ratio by dividing both parts by their greatest common factor. Here's something that'll blow your mind. Ratios are literally everywhere in real life. When your mom follows a recipe and uses 2 cups of flour for every 1 cup of sugar, that's a ratio of 2 to 1. When a football team scores 21 points and gives up 7, the ratio of their score to the opponent is 21 to 7, or simplified, 3 to 1. Maps use ratios too. 1 inch on a map might represent 10 real miles. Even mixing paint to get just the right color uses ratios. Maya realized ratios aren't just school math, they're everywhere. Let's try a part-to-whole ratio. In Maya's class, there are 12 girls and 18 boys. First, let's find the total number of students. 12 plus 18 equals 30 students total. Now, what is the ratio of girls to all students? Girls are 12, total is 30. So the ratio is 12 to 30. Can we simplify? Both 12 and 30 are divisible by 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 30 divided by 6 is 5. So the simplified ratio is 2 to 5. That means for every 2 girls, there are 5 total students. Maya's starting to see this pattern, and so are you. One more practice problem. Let's go. At the state fair, a game booth has 5 red balloons and 9 blue balloons. Write the ratio of red to blue balloons in all 3 forms. Ready? Here we go. The first quantity is red, that's 5. The second quantity is blue, that's 9. Word form 5 to 9. Colon form 5:9. Fraction form 5/9. Now can we simplify? The greatest common factor of 5 and 9 is just 1, so this ratio is already in its simplest form. 5 to 9 is our final answer. Look at Maya go. She just solved 3 in a row. Let's lock in the 4 big rules before we wrap up. Rule 1. A ratio is simply a comparison of 2 quantities. Rule 2. You can write it 3 ways. Using the word to, using a colon, or as a fraction. All 3 mean the same thing. Rule 3. And this is huge. Order matters. Always match your ratio to what the question is asking. Rule 4. You can simplify ratios just like fractions by dividing both numbers by their greatest common factor. Master these 4 rules, and you've got ratios totally handled. These are your math superpowers. Remember when Maya was staring at her game night problem totally lost? Now she can walk into that event knowing the ratio of pizza slices to juice boxes is 2 to 3. She can tell her team that 2 out of every 5 students are girls. She even spotted ratios in her favorite basketball game. From confused to confident, that's the ratio journey. And you just made that same journey. You now know what a ratio is, how to write it 3 different ways, and how to simplify it. Parents and teachers, great job working through this together. Keep practicing.